everybody, what's good? Your boy BLSG's back in the building with another Sixers live play-by-play. That's right, we're back for another Sixers live play-by-play. Like I said yesterday in my other live streams that I did have, I would do the Sixers game tonight against the Dallas Mavericks. And we got a good one tonight between these two teams. Joel Embiid, I'm assuming, is going to play this game. I would assume he would. I mean, the kid has heart. He fights. And if you didn't see, then I don't know what you're doing. But Joel Embiid was questionable. He was questionable for tonight's game against the Dallas Mavericks. But I'm assuming he's going to play because he did end up participating in But anyway, let me cut the beat here. Alright. So, like I said before, if you guys did not see yet, Joel Embiid was listed as questionable, but I'm assuming he's going to play because he did end up participating in shoot-around. Sorry, guys. The computer I'm using that I use normally for all the stat lines and all that is not moving up as fast to get to Google and all that as fast as I possibly would have liked. So that's why I constantly keep looking to my right over here. And come on, dude. Seriously, though, like, come on. Not the greatest of starts right now. And I forgot to put that up, but I have it up now. I don't know why this isn't going. Come on.
Wait for it. Just wait for it. I was going to be loving it, but I think it's not.
Sorry, guys, but I got a little bit distracted by someone over here. Well, on your screen, it's going to be your right to me, my left. But yeah, guys, just give me 1 second. Sorry, I just had to do something really quick. But anyway, we're back for this one. Sixers taking on the Mavs tonight. And like I said before, this should be a good game between these two teams. They both have their respectable parts, and as usual. Oh, wow, finally. Now Google Chrome wants to come up. Okay. Where was this like 3 minutes ago? Could have been on here a long time ago. So finally it gets up, thank God. Alright, that's better. Okay, so now I finally got the scoreboard up. And to the two people in the chat, appreciate you guys for tuning in the live stream. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting your boy. And if you have not done so, to the two people in the chat, please smash the like button on the live stream and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Trying to aim for that 300 mark. Trying to aim for 300 subscribers, hopefully soon. Because we couldn't get it done yesterday. We're sitting at 294, 6 subscribers away from 300. I still can't believe we couldn't hit it. But you know what? Let's eventually get Ezra Robertson, appreciate you for being the first one in the chat. What's going on? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully you're doing good today. Appreciate you for coming through. Please be sure to smash that like button if you have not done so. And I'm pretty sure you are subscribed, I would assume. So, but anyway, appreciate you for tuning in. And if you guys couldn't tell on what I was doing earlier, but I was only dealing with the computer over here that I normally use to keep track of the scoreboards and all the stat lines and all that. And for like 3 to 5 straight minutes, it wouldn't come up, and now it wanted to come up. You heard about Watson? Yes, I did. Watson to the Cleveland Browns is absolutely crazy. I still can't believe he went to the Cleveland Browns for like 5 draft picks, I think. I think like 5 draft picks that the Cleveland Browns gave up for Deshaun Watson. That is ridiculous. But hey, man, I'll tell you one thing. Deshaun Watson will definitely be better than Baker Mayfield. Oh, boy. And Deshaun Watson has a new home, too. Merle Reese ringing the bell. Let's go. Yeah. Merle Reese ringing that bell. Yes, sir. As the starting lineups come up right now, for the Dallas Mavericks, you have Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Dwight Powell. For your Philadelphia 76ers, you have James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel MVP. That's right, I said it. Joel MVP'd. Mayfield out. Yep. Mayfield, he hopped on the bus and he's out of the building, Asia. He's out of here. Deshaun Watson is the Cleveland Browns' new franchise QB for the next 5 years. For the next 5 years, the Cleveland Browns quarterback will be Deshaun Watson. We were kind of off to a rusty start with everything that had to go on in the beginning, but we're back in our normal groove here. And anyway, let's get this win. And again, for the new people that come in here and don't know what the 7-0 means, this is the record when I wear, I'm not sure if you guys are going to see, which is why I'm going to stand up. When we wear this Tyrese Maxey jersey right here, I am 7-0. Let's make this guy 8-0 by beating these Dallas Mavericks. Thank you very much. Let's make this thing 8-0. I want to do it tonight. Let's go. And what better way to do it than against Luka Doncic, Jalen Brunson, and the Dallas Mavericks. As the Philadelphia 76ers are rocking these Spectrum jerseys tonight. As usual, Horton is getting all fired up for the game. Dwight Powell against Joel Embiid. I have a feeling that Joel Embiid is going to absolutely destroy Dwight Powell. I just have a feeling. Him and Cooper are going to ball out. That's facts. As the tip is underway and the Sixers are going to win it. Maxey has the ball, gets it to Harden over to Thybulle. Thybulle over to Tobias Harris. Harris rolls to his right. Tobias finds Embiid. Embiid going up against Dinwiddie. Over to Harris for 3. That is off. Rebounded by the Mavericks. Here comes Jalen Brunson. Brunson against Tyrese Maxey. Brunson backing in. Gets around Maxey. Brunson gets it to Dwight Powell. Over to Luka Doncic. Doncic against Matisse Thybulle. Doncic still dribbling with the ball for ages. Gets it to Dwight Powell, and he misses the layup. Rebounded by Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Embiid gets it to Maxey. Maxey against Luka Doncic. Backs up, finds Embiid. Embiid against Dwight Powell. Embiid gets it out to Horton. Over to Tobias Harris. Harris from mid-range. That is no good. Rebounded by the Mavericks as Dorian Finney-Smith rebounded it and gave it to Luka Doncic. Doncic going up against Thybulle. Comes around a Dwight Powell screen. Goes up. And Embiid gets right in Dwight Powell's face. and ended up blocking the alley-oop from Luka to Dwight Powell, but it goes out of bounds, I believe, on Joel Embiid. Because I don't think they were able to get back, and yes, it is still Mavericks ball. Luka Doncic with the step back two. That is no good. Rebounded by Embiid. Embiid taking it the other way. Embiid going up against Spencer Dinwiddie. Chucks it down, finds Maxey over to Harden. Harden against Luka Doncic. Gets by Luka. Gets it to Maxey. Maxey for mid-range. That is no good. A lot of missed shots here early. As Luka Doncic has the ball now against Matisse Thybulle. Coming around a Dwight Powell screen again. Powell now has the ball. Gets it to Jalen Brunson. Brunson from mid-range. And there's the first field goal made in the game by Jalen Brunson. And Maxey with the ball gets it to Harden. Over to Embiid. Embiid back to Harden. Harden drives up. Loses the ball. Dinwiddie's got it. Spencer Dinwiddie to Brunson in the corner for three. That is good. Brunson with the Dallas Mavericks' first 5 points of the game. Come on, Sixers. We can't have these slow starts again. Come on. Harris to Embiid now. Embiid is up against Dwight Powell. Embiid. It was almost on, and now it's stolen by Dinwiddie for three. That is luckily no good. And as usual, the Sixers cannot rebound because we're one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. Dorian Finney-Smith over to Jalen Brunson. Brunson still looking against Harden. Brunson with the step back two. That is good. Jalen Brunson, man, he's got the Mavericks' first 7 points of the game and immediately a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This is a horrific start for the Philadelphia 76ers. Got to pick this one up, man. That is a terrible start. You watching March Madness? Yes, I am, Asia Rover Sinai. I'm seeing who won and lost. My Ohio State Buckeyes ended up being Loyola Chicago today, and we play Villanova next round on Sunday. So it ought to be good, but hopefully my Buckeyes can somehow find a way to get the win, hopefully. All right, did this scoreboard just like totally glitch or like what the heck happened? Yeah, I think this scoreboard totally glitched. Terrible start, man. They're back. All right, Asia, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, you might as well go out and come back. I mean, we're off to a horrible start. This is not the start I was hoping for. Now it's starting to update. Here we go. It's all Asia. It's all good, Asia. Feel free to go in and out of the stream, you know. Yeah, man, this is a horrible start. Terrible start for the Philadelphia 76ers as they're down 7-0. Need to get more aggressive, man, and we got to rebound the ball. We gotta stop turning the ball over. That's one of the main keys to helping us win this game, for sure. Still glitching for the Mavs for both sides. Like, you gotta be kidding. Sixers got to pick it up. They haven't scored in the first 3 minutes. They have yet to score a single point. Shout out to the three that are in the chat, by the way. To the three coming in, or if you went in and out, be sure to hit the like button on the stream. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let's hit that 300 subscribers. And now it's just the two. Why am I not surprised? If I'm starting to come in a little bit. Dude, we got to pick this up as this game is right back on as Tyrese Maxey gets it to Embiid over to Tobias Harris. Harris now, the 6-7 score in the first 3 minutes. Tobias gets it to Embiid, back to Harris over to Harden. Horton going around Doncic, and Thibel's going to throw it down for the Sixers' first points of the game. James Harden getting the ball to Matisse Thybulle right under the basket. That's what we kind of need to do with Joel Embiid a little bit. But anyway, I believe that was Luka Doncic over to Jalen Brunson. I believe Brunson is getting fouled in that play by Tyrese Maxey. At least someone scored points for the Sixers. At least somebody did. Oh, it was a no-look pass, too, by Harden to Thybulle. That was a no-look pass. Anyway, here's Jalen Brunson around a Dwight Powell screen against Maxey. Finds Finney-Smith for three. That is good. We got to be better on defending these shots. This is horrible. Harden with the ball now. Harden still looking. Harden against Dwight Powell. Harden with the step-back three. That is an air ball. As Luka Doncic is bringing that ball back against Matisse Thybulle. Doncic is still driving in. Doncic goes out and finds a wide open Finney-Smith gladly that thankfully he missed as Matisse gets that ball to Harden. Harden now looking for an option as he dribbles the ball against Jordan Finney-Smith. Harden finds Embiid. Embiid to Thybulle. Thybulle out to Maxey. Over to Tobias. Tobias against Brunson as he drives in. Tobias gets it for two. As Tobias Harris and Matisse Thybulle each have 2 points. Here's Luka Doncic against Tobias Harris. Comes around a Dwight Powell screen and then a Dorian Finney-Smith screen. Here's Luka chucking it down. Stolen by Thybulle. Gets it out to Maxey. Maxey goes up and lays it up and in underhand. Way to bounce back, Sixers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start to wake up. Here's Dinwiddie now. Dinwiddie over to Brunson. Brunson backs into Maxey. Brunson still backing in. Going up. Finding Luka Doncic on the corner for three. That is no good. Rebounded by James Harden for the Sixers. Harden dribbling with the ball now. Harden gets to Embiid. Embiid loses the ball. Spencer Dinwiddie picks it up for the Mavs. Dinwiddie against James Harden. As he takes the step back three, that is no good. Rebounded, looks like by the Sixers. Julian Barrientos, appreciate you for coming into the stream, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through. Is there a way you can turn it around in a stiff spot? Julian, I just tried to do the best I can, so if you see some angle like this, it's just how I've been dealing with it lately. But Julian, if you're still in here, please be sure to hit that like button on the stream and hit that subscribe button if you're new, which I believe you are a new viewer. Harden trying to find Embiid. Embiid getting it out over to Maxey, back to Tobias for three. That is good. Tobias Harris being clutch when he needs to. 10-9 after 0 points beforehand, and the Sixers are on a 7-0 run. Doncic now for a long three. That is good for Luka Doncic. Doncic is just clutch when he needs to, and I respect him for that. Here's James Harden. Harden finds Embiid. Embiid going for three now. That is way off. Rebounded by the Mavs. Here comes Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Embiid. And Tobias is over in two. Goes to Dwight Powell. Powell goes out to Luka Doncic. Doncic still looking. Thybulle's trying to get on him. Doncic now behind the back to Dwight Powell. And it almost worked, actually. But I believe Dwight Powell is going to foul Tobias Harris as Luka Doncic's shoe comes off. I don't even know what happened here. Someone must have stepped on his shoe. It almost worked. The behind-the-back pass by Luka Doncic to Dwight Powell actually almost worked. No, it just came off by itself. So Sixers will get the ball. Down 4, 13-9. As George Niang will check into the game, Harden will go to the bench. Here's Maxey now. Maxey against Dwight Powell. Gets it to Embiid. Embiid from mid-range. That is good for Joel Embiid. Here's Luka Doncic now. Comes around Dwight Powell screen again. Over to Powell, back to Doncic. Doncic goes up. No good, but a foul is called. As Luka went down hard, as you can tell by the way he reacted. Foul will go on Matisse Thybulle. Yeah, Luka went down hard on that one. It looks like he's going to be okay. I have a lot of respect for Luka. As George Niang checks on him too, making sure he's all right. Respect all the NBA players, man. But Luka Doncic is one of those players that I really do respect. As Luka Doncic is going to make the first free throws, Maxi Kleber and I can't say who that other one is. That is going to be, hold up, where's the Mavs roster? I still can't. Marquise Chris, who will check into the game for the Mavericks. And the second one by Luka is going to be no good. Rebounded by Tobias Harris. Luka makes it a three-point game, though. I see he went 1 for 2 from the line. Maxi over to Tobias Harris. Harris finds Embiid. Embiid still looking. Finds Thybulle. As Thybulle is going to get fouled as he is decked to the floor. Going to be fouled by Maxi Kleber. So I believe that was a shooting foul, so Thybulle is going to shoot 2. We need these free throws, Thybulle. Let's go. Thybulle will make the first one at the line. With 4:44 left to go, the Mavs lead it 14-12. After they were off to a huge 7-0 run, the Sixers made a whole run of their own, and they're not only down 1 as Thybulle will make the second one. As they're right back in it, here's Luka Doncic now. Doncic against Thybulle again. Doncic going up. That is good from mid-range for Luka Doncic. With 4.5 minutes to go, the Sixers are down 3. Here's Maxi now, going up against Jalen Brunson. Maxi finds Embiid. Embiid now. Embiid still looking against Dinwiddie. Embiid trying to go in. Embiid goes up and gets it to go. Joel Embiid bringing the Sixers back down to a 1-point deficit. With 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Here's Luka, who's driving in, shuts it down. Finney-Smith for 3. That is no good. Rebounded by George Niang. Out to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey for 3. Bang! Tyrese Maxey puts the Sixers in front. Here's Luka Doncic now. Doncic going up, and he's going to get fouled. I don't know how in the world he gets fouled, but apparently someone made contact with a part of his body. As I think it might have been, was it Thybulle or was it Niang? But Maxey with the clutch 3 to give the Sixers the lead. The Sixers were down like 7-0, and then they come back and put up 11. I believe it would be 11 of the next 20 points with both teams combined. Matisse has 2 personal fouls. So he will go to the bench, forcing Shake Milton to come in, and Danny Green will do the same. As they inbound now, Finney-Smith to Kleber over to Doncic. Doncic over to Kleber. Back over to Finney-Smith, who drives in against Embiid, and Embiid. Wait. What happened? I think it might have been out of bounds on Finney-Smith. It must have been, I think. I think that's what happened. 3.5 minutes now. Here's Maxey driving in. Trying to get past 32. That's no good. Out of bounds, they're saying, on the Sixers. 32 right there was Marquise Chris. And apparently they said out of bounds by the Sixers, so we'll go to the Mavs. As Luka Doncic is going up against Danny Green. I don't know what Danny Green's doing on Luka. But anyway, Luka going from long again. That is no good. But rebounded by Dinwiddie, I believe. No, that's Marquise Chris. As he will throw it down for 2. And I believe on that note, he ties this game up. And yes, he does with 3 minutes to go. Here's Tyrese Maxey. to get it to Embiid, and Embiid is going to get the foul. Fouling him is Maxi Kleber. As a timeout, I believe, is going to be taken by the Mavs. Hey, man, I mean, we were down by a whole lot before, and then we come back scoring 18 of the next we come back and score 18 of the next I'm trying to do math here. It'd be 18 of the next 27 points. I tried to do the math in my head, kind of struggled with it a little bit. But you know what? Way to come back. Way to bounce back right there. That is how you stay aggressive, and that is what we need to see all night long. We need to see that. We need to see that mentality and that mindset. That is how you play basketball. You play it just like that. The way you went on that run to give yourself an 18-16 lead, that is how you play Sixers basketball. That is the Sixers team that I know. I know that Sixers team. Let's keep it up going through the rest of the game. Let's keep that up. We need that mindset all day long. All day long we need that. We need that all day, every day. Julian Barrientos, if you're still in here, my guy, if you haven't done so, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Try and hit 300 before, well, try to at least just hit 300 overall. Because the 2-year anniversary has passed, officially. Guys, if you didn't hear yesterday, and it's still happening today, I'm still a little bit under the weather, but it's not as bad as what it was yesterday. So, if you do see me blowing out a few tissues, then just don't be surprised, all right? Just going to warn you all once again. Yeah, man, we got to keep up something like this the entire game, especially against this Mavs team that has some pretty good shooters, especially Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic. Those are probably their top 2 shooters right there on the team, as Embiid is going to make the first free throw. So apparently Embiid got to the line. You subscribed? Thank you, Julian. I appreciate that. So that should put me at 295 right now. I appreciate you, Julian. And Joel Embiid is going to make both free throws at the line. Julian, once again, I appreciate you. Be sure to hit that like button on the stream too, my guy. Definitely appreciate that as well. And be sure to share out the stream on whatever social media pages you have, as that is going to be Marquise Chris over to Doncic, who finds a wide open 21, which 21 is Frank Ntilikina, who found him for 3. Sixers were able to get to 20 with 2 free throws by Embiid, and then 21 was able to put it in. Embiid is getting grabbed all day, every day. That is an easy foul. Easy foul right there. Come on, man. Easy foul. Whoever's grabbing Embiid, man, get off our MVP. They're bear hugging together. They're literally doing a dance and making love. What do you want to do? Fall in love with Embiid or what? All right, so Embiid back to the free throw line for 2. Embiid will miss the first one. Joel, not at a time like this, when you could have had a chance to regain the lead. At least tie the game up, please. At least, Joel, just tie the game up. And he does. Thank goodness. Needed Joel to do that, and he did. I wanted us to get the lead back, but Joel Embiid at least ties us up, which is a good thing. And here comes Marquise Chris over to Luka Doncic. Doncic still looking. Doncic against Milton. Over finds Marquise Chris. And under the post was 21. Couldn't find it. Sixers get the rebound. Here comes James Harden. Horton now finds Danny Green for three. Bang! 3 points for Danny Green. Yeah. Sixers get the lead 24-21. Here's Luka Doncic. Doncic coming around Marquise Chris' screen. Kleber had it back to Doncic. Doncic now. Doncic against Danny Green. Doncic over Kleber. That is good for Maxi Kleber to tie this one back up at 24. Here's James Harden. Harden with the ball. Putting moves on Kleber. Harden now switches on to Marquise Chris. Harden over to Niang for three. Oh, I thought the minivan was going to make it. As Kleber rebounded and gave it to Doncic. Doncic now. Doncic putting moves all over Danny Green. Doncic with the step back. And it's pretty for Luka. Luka just put authority on that three, man, to give the Mavs the lead right back. Here's Harden now going up, and it's no good twice as Harden was right on the basket and missed both times. But here's Luka Doncic. Doncic now just going to dribble with the ball. Why is Danny Green on Luka Doncic? Oh, okay, but he poked him out. I see Danny Green's going to play Luka Doncic right now. Okay, Danny Green, I see you. Oh, chill, Luka. Even though I respect Luka, still, like, chill. Seriously, that is nasty on Danny Green. Oh, my. No fouls are called for the Mavs as the Sixers get the rebound as Luka fell to the floor. Here's Horton with the ball. Mavs will have one more opportunity after this one as Horton is still dribbling with it. He's dribbling it with it for eternity. Here's Horton now. Going for three. That is going to be off. And Horton will have a chance at 3 points from the line. Was that Kleber on him? Because I couldn't tell. Or was that number 21? I'm not even going to say his name because his last name is really hard to pronounce. Harden is second in assists in the NBA. It's 10.2 left. As Harden will shoot three. Harden will make the first one. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on. Wait, he doesn't get three? What do you mean? That should be 3 free throws for Harden. He took a 3-pointer, not a 2-pointer. As the Mavs have the ball, they're putting moves on. There's Kleber. Kleber getting poked away. And that will do it for the first quarter. Mavs will have a 27-26 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers at the end of the first quarter. My initial thoughts on that first quarter, man. It was a bit of a rough start. You know, they were rebounding. We were turning the ball over a little bit too much. But then we come back and we are able to put up 26 points in the first quarter, which is still not bad, but I think we still need to be better on how we start. Because, again, in the playoffs, this strategy will not work against this team. The strategy will not work against a team like this. And as soon as the whole thing updates, we'll go over the first quarter stats. All right, so there it's just updated for the end of the first quarter, and we'll be looking at the stats now. We're just going to go through points for every team, and then by halftime, and then end of the fourth quarter, we'll just go through the rebounds and assists as well for each of the members here. So anyway, starting it off for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic leading the way with 9 points, followed by Jalen Brunson with 7 points. Finney Smith with 3 points, as well as Maxi Kleber and Frank Ntilikina. And then Marquise Chris with 2 points. And that is all who has scored for the Dallas Mavericks. Now for your Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid leading the way pretty much like always. And just being always the team leader with 7 points. Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris with 5 points. 4 points for Thibault. 3 points for Danny Green. And 2 points for James Horton, which I think should have been 3 points because he was shooting a 3-pointer and not a 2-pointer, unless if it was across the line. Then I don't know how you wouldn't have switched that. Anyway, let's do this real fast. Field goal percentage. Mavs are shooting 50%. Sixers are shooting 44% from 3. Mavs are shooting 46%. Sixers are shooting 43%. Free throws. Mavs are shooting 50%. Sixers are shooting 88%. They're out-rebounding us 10-9. We're tied in assists at 5 each. They have 1 block to 0. Steals, we have more, 3-2. We're winning the turnover battle with us 2, them 4. We have more points in the paint, 8-4. Offensive rebounds is 2-1 to the Mavs, and 9 fouls were called. And Julian Barrientos, if you're wondering what channel the game's on, check NBC Sports Philadelphia. As here we go, I think the Mavs ended up making a field goal, and yes, they did. So here's James Harden. I know it was a little late to the second quarter, but we're right back in it. But a foul looks like it's going to be called on number 8, which, let me see who number 8 is here. Number 8 is Josh Green. So Josh Green fouling James Harden. But the inbound is in. Harden getting around Bertans. Up to DeAndre Jordan. And looks like DeAndre Jordan's going to get 2 free throws at the line. And it looks like the foul was committed by Maxi Kleber. And again, Julie Barrientos, if you did not hear me the first time, check NBC Sports Philadelphia. If not that, you can maybe try ESPN, TNT, or NBA TV. And DeAndre Jordan will make the first one. Again, guys, I'm a little bit under the weather still, so just bear with me while I'm going through this right now. As DeAndre Jordan made the first one, like I said before. I'm telling you, man, DeAndre Jordan, I feel like, has gotten a lot better on his free throw shooting as a center. And DeAndre Jordan will make both free throws at the line. That is clutch by DeAndre Jordan. As Kleber gets it to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Danny Green. Bertans with the screen. As Niang is now on Dinwiddie. Out to Jalen Brunson. Out to Kleber for 3. That is no good by Maxi Kleber. Rebounded by Shake Milton for the Sixers. Milton using James Harden as a screen. Gets it to Danny Green. Danny Green almost lost it. Gets it to Niang. Over to Harden. Harden. Still looking. Still looking. Harden. Using his moves. Harden goes up. And gets it to go for James Harden to put the Sixers back up in front by 1. 30-29. Here's Dinwiddie now. Dinwiddie. Looking with the step back on Niang. And that is missed. Rebounded, though, by the Sixers, actually, as Niang gets it to Harden. Harden now. Putting moves on. Gets blocked and rejected. But that is going to be a foul on the Mavs as Harden was on the ground for that one. But they're easily able to get him up as it's looking like Harden is okay. As he went up, and Kleber just rejected that into the parking lot. But the foul was called on Maxi Kleber. Harden to the line for 2 more because of Kleber fouling him. Guys, I moved my camera down slightly, so hopefully this will be a little bit better for people who think that's a very high camera angle, as Harden will make the first one at the line. Dwight Powell will check back into the game. for Maxi Kleber. Kleber with 3 personal fouls here in the first half, as Horton will make both at the line. Here's Jalen Brunson now, as he will take the ball, dribble it up, get it over to Dinwiddie, back to Brunson. Brunson drops it off, finds his man. That's no good. Rebounded by Dwight Powell, and that is good. Number 8 again, once again, that is Josh Green. Here's James Harden. Harden finds Niang. Niang for 3. That is no good. I thought that was going to be good for a minute. But here's Jalen Brunson. Brunson backing in. Still looking. Brunson against Shake Milton. Brunson still looking. Still looking against Milton. Brunson finally shoots it and makes it. Hey, going to give Jalen Brunson props, man. This kid is definitely getting a lot better. Every year, this kid's getting better. As Harden comes right by Josh Green, gets to Milton. Niang going for 3 again. That is no good. DeAndre Jordan launching that to outer space. Danny Green over to Shake Milton. Milton finds Green. Green for 3. Oh, come on. Here's Brunson, though. Brunson finds his man. That is Dwight Powell, and that is good. Mavs take a 3-point lead. With about 9 minutes to go. They're on a 6-0 run in the last minute. Here's Harden. Harden still looking. Harden goes up. He missed it anyway, but there was a foul called, and looks like it was on Davis Bertans. Did they call it a shooting foul, or did they call that a foul on the floor? Is the question. Jalen Brunson, man, he burned Shake Milton on that play. He burned him. Rick Brunson, so it looks like Jalen Brunson's dad is in the stands. I think that's who Rick Brunson is. As Harden lays it up and in for 2 points. That's it, Harden. Just get to the basket and attack the basket. Don't worry about your 3-pointers. Don't worry about that. You can save that for later. Get under the basket and attack the basket. Attack the basket. Here's Brunson now. Coming around a Dwight Powell screen. Brunson goes up, and that is good for Jalen Brunson. As it's back to a 3-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. And with 8.5 minutes to go, Sixers have the ball. Harden against Josh Green. James Harden now. Still looks against Josh Green. Harden. Still looking. Dribbles up and turns it over. And here's Dinwiddie and finds Brunson, and that is going to be good for Jalen Brunson as the Mavericks now take a 5-point lead. And here's Maxey giving it to Danny Green. Green over to DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan finds Maxey. Maxey for 3. Bang! But what? They called an offensive foul? For what? What are you talking about, bro? You've got to be kidding me. Of course, the refs trying to help the Mavs win at the Wells Fargo Center. What else is new for the Sixers, man? Nothing. As Brunson got to Dinwiddie, back to Brunson as he goes for 3. That is no good. Rebounded by the Sixers as DeAndre Jordan gets it to James Harden, who pushes it up to Tobias Harris. Harris now getting double teamed. Harris backing into Brunson. Harris attacking Brunson, and it is good for Tobias Harris. Sixers needed that one, and it's back down to a 3-point deficit for Philly. Here's Brunson. Brunson against Maxey. Brunson takes the 2-pointer, and that is good for Jalen Brunson. This kid is going to be a stud in the league in the next few years. Here's James Harden over to Danny Green for 3. That is going to be way short. Come on, Danny, you got to make those. As I believe that's Jalen Brunson that has 15. And Dwight Powell now gets it to go and looks like an and-one opportunity for. Actually, that's going to be Josh Green getting the and-one. What a pass by Jalen Brunson. What a pass. I think Embiid needs to get back in this game soon. Josh Green to the line for an and one opportunity. As Embiid does get back into the game. Doc Rivers is listening to what I am saying, people. As Josh Green will miss the free throw. Harden gets the ball now. Harden finds Embiid. Embiid still looking. Chucks it back to Harden. Harden finds Maxey. Maxey getting past Josh Green. And he gets wrestled by Spencer Dinwiddie. That should be a foul right there. And Maxey is grabbing his wrist slightly. Looks like he's okay. But Maxey's like, come on, man. He got nailed by Dinwiddie. Give Dinwiddie a flagrant, bro. Give Spencer Dinwiddie a flagrant. He practically spun Tyrese Maxey all over the world. Oh, guys, I'm gonna do something. I'm just gonna mute my mic. I'll be back, guys. All right, y'all, I'm back. But I'm just going to tell y'all one thing. We can't let the Mavs go on another run. We can't start that again. We just can't. We got to be more aggressive. James Harden's getting aggressive. Everybody else needs to do the same. Everybody needs to get aggressive. As Jalen Brunson is actually the Mavs' leading scorer right now with 15. For the Sixers, it's James Harden with 8 points. But Embiid literally just got back into the game. He got back into the game not that long ago. Plays of the game is going to Jalen Brunson so far. And he deserves it, man. I mean, him leading this team right now, his team right now with 15 points, is just something that, you know, as a Sixers fan, you have to give respect to. 7 for 8 for Jalen Brunson. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 7 for 8 from the field. Jalen Brunson is he's just something special. He's someone that people might be watching out for in the league if he keeps this momentum up. But here we go. It looks like an inbounded pass for the Sixers with 8 on the shot clock. With 6:45 left to go in the second quarter, Sixers are down by 7, 43-36. Harden will inbound it now to Embiid. Embiid now will dribble it. Embiid will take the three-point shot. That is no good as he got pressured big time. And that will be rebounded by the Mavs. As here comes Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Tyrese Maxey. Maxey still looking. Finds Brunson. Brunson against Tobias. Jalen Brunson for 2. That is no good. Rebounded by Embiid. Over to James Harden. Harden now. Taking the ball up. Finds Embiid. Embiid going up, and that is good for Joel Embiid. As he takes a tumble to the floor, but he's all right and up and running. There they go now. There's Dinwiddie over to Brunson. Brunson coming in. Finds Finney-Smith back to Doncic. Doncic still looking. Doncic against Thibault. Doncic still dribbling with the ball for years. Around Dwight Powell screen, and Embiid steals the ball. Embiid going up. Gets it to go. And one. Tobias steals the ball, goes up, and gets these and ones. That is the Joel Embiid I know. I know that Joel Embiid. That is the Joel Embiid that I know as the MVP of the NBA. Come on. Let's go. And a chance to make this a 2-point game. Don't mess it up, Joel. Come on. Let's go. As Embiid will make the free throws. All right, so Joel will make this a 2-point game, 43-41. Here's Brunson against Tobias Harris again. Brunson still backing in. Comes around a screen from Doncic. Brunson out to Dinwiddie, and looks like there's a foul called. Is that number 3 on Matisse? Matisse, come on, bro. What are you doing? You're pushing Jalen Brunson, man. Come on. Is that number 3 on Matisse? Or is that better not be 4, dude? That's 3 on Thibault. You got to be kidding me. So now that forces Danny Green to come back into the game. As here we go with Dwight Powell. Powell gets it to Brunson. Brunson trying to get around Tobias and Embiid. Finds Finney-Smith in the corner for 3. That's no good. Embiid is able to rebound. Embiid gets it to Maxey. Maxey back to Embiid. Embiid trying to get onto the basket. And he's going to be fouled that time. I can't tell who that was. Looks like that will be on Dwight Powell. I think Dwight Powell has a couple personals here and there. I think he does. And Embiid with a chance to tie this game up once again. With 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Embiid with a chance to tie it up. And Embiid will make the first one. Josh Green will check back into the game. Is Dwight Powell still in? I wouldn't think so because I think Dwight Powell has a couple. I think he might have 3 fouls like Matisse. And Embiid is going to make both free throws and ties this game up at 43 points apiece. Sixers on a 7-0 run in the last minute. Luka against Horton. Doncic finds his man. That's Dinwiddie over to Dwight Powell. Powell still in the game, actually, as he gets it over to Finney-Smith back to Doncic. Doncic against Tobias Harris. Doncic still looking, putting moves on Tobias. Doncic getting in mid-range, and he's going to be fouled by Tobias Harris. Oh, wait. Or is he? Wait a second. Was this on Tobias? Was it on Tobias? I can't tell. Yes, it was. So Luka will shoot 2 at the line. As Luka will make the first one. It was, in fact, on Tobias Harris, and then Joel Embiid gets all fired up and starts talking to the ref, and it's still staying as a foul on Tobias Harris as Luka goes back to the line for 2. As he made the first one, and he'll make the second. So now the Sixers are back down by 2, as Embiid will inbound it to Harden. Harden will dribble with the ball now. Harden over to Embiid. Embiid over to Tobias Harris, who will throw it down and say, "You will pay for giving me that foul, ref. Now shut up." And with 4.5 minutes to go, this game is back to being tied. As Doncic got back to Dwight Powell back to Doncic. And they've been waiting for that. An alley-oop from Luka Doncic to Dwight Powell to give the Mavs the lead right back. 47-45. Here's Harden. Harden drops it off to Embiid. Oh, my God. Embiid said, "I'm taking some of that, please." Put some respect on the MVP's name. And then beating Harden, we're having a little bit of talk here, saying, hey, man, let's get back on defense. Let's do our thing. Embiid has 9 points in the quarter, a total of 16. Here's Doncic now, who goes up and will get fouled. Looks like it was once again by Tobias Harris. And Embiid said, get out of my way. You all don't come up and block me. You get out of my way, and you stay out of my way. Dinwiddie and Doncic actually refused to draw the foul. Or was that Finney Smith? I couldn't tell. Anyway, Doncic is back at the line, and he's going to miss the first one. Doncic will miss the first one. So as of right now, he can only give the Dallas Mavericks a 1-point lead if he makes this free throw. But if not, this game is going to stay tied. But we'll see. It looks like they have to clean up the spot. As usual, they're still doing all this junk. Just like last year, man. They did the same thing last year during COVID. They did the same thing last year. Luka can just give the Mavs a 1-point lead, which he will. So the Mavs are up 48-47. Danny Green will inbound it to James Harden, as James Harden will now take it up the floor. Harden takes the round Embiid screen. Harden with the step back three. Bang! James Harden! And he gives the Sixers a 2-point lead with a 3-pointer step back. Here's Luka Doncic, and Doncic is going to fall to the floor, and there's going to be a foul on James Harden. The question is, did Harden make contact, or did Luka just slip? Let me – oh, of course they're not going to show it. They're just going to show the Harden step back. So that's a good step back. Oh, they got a little tripped up. Oh, come on, bro. That's barely anything. Sorry, guys. Just had to do something once again as Luka Doncic makes the first free throw. And Luka Doncic will miss the second one. Sixers will get the rebound. Harden drops it off to Tobias Harris. Harris finds Embiid. Embiid finds Tobias over to Green for three. That is no good. Green usually gets those corner threes in, man. But I guess that's the wrong corner. As Luka Doncic now against Embiid. And Embiid is going to steal it. Embiid is going to take it up the floor. Embiid. And there is no foul call. As Embiid was, I don't know who made contact, but someone had to because Embiid did not launch that up to the parking lot. But here we go as Dinwiddie has the ball against Embiid. I don't know why Embiid's guarding him. Anyway, Dinwiddie's driving in, checks out to Doncic. Doncic drives in again. Doncic with the step-back mid-range jumper, and that is no good. But Dinwiddie gets the rebound. Guys, rebound the ball. Dinwiddie finds Doncic, who is wide open for three again. That is no good. Thank God. Embiid over to Maxey. Maxey. Still dribbling with the ball against Finney Smith. Finds Embiid. Embiid backing in. And they're going to call that an offensive foul on Joel Embiid. I think Embiid also kind of elbowed him a little bit, so I mean, it does make sense. Guys, let me just ask you all one question. Has there ever been a time where you guys have been on live streams and you get interrupted by something or somebody in the background? I'm just completely curious. Has there ever been a time where you guys have been doing a live stream, if you are a content creator like me, doing this? By the way, shout out to if you are a content creator. But has there ever been a time where you guys have done a live stream and while you're doing your live stream, you constantly get interrupted by something or somebody? Has there ever been a time? I didn't think so because the only reason why, for the most part, why my mic is muted because something or somebody keeps interrupting my live stream over here to my left, your guys' right. And once again, the interruption is still being a pet peeve to me, as always, as it probably is every single time I do one of these, which is why I feel like I should be retiring from this job. But no, man, I just like doing this because I like to bring up these views up, and I feel like this is the best option to try to get these views, which is trying to just go live for about 2.5 to 3 hours, just trying to do these play-by-plays. But the only thing that annoys me, and is a pet peeve to me when I do this, is when somebody just yada-yada-yadas and has to interrupt me countless times. I don't even count how many times it has to happen. It's countless times. And it just gets annoying, you know? To all my fellow content creators out there, I'm sure you guys haven't had that happen to you, which is a good thing. And it's a good thing for you guys. But I feel like I'm the only one on every single live stream that I do, or every single one that I'm on, that gets interrupted. I'm the only one. I'm telling you right now. It just annoys me. It just annoys me like crazy. But hey, man, we're up by 1 point here with 2:20 to go in the second quarter. And let's just go up and let's just have the lead at halftime. No silly mistakes. Let's go.
Is it your phone? So,
All right, here we go. Here's Luka Doncic coming around Dwight Powell's screen. Doncic going up. Gets it to Powell. Actually, Tobias took it away for a minute. But they call the foul on Tobias Harris, it looks like. And Tobias Harris is going to want to call that, a BS foul. As Dwight Powell, I think, got hit in the eye slightly. Or was it on Embiid? It was either on Embiid or Tobias. And Dwight Powell's going to make the first one and tie this game up at 50. Mavs tie this up at 50. Oh, come on, man. These fouls are soft. These fouls are soft, man. Dwight Powell will get the second one to go and give the Mavs a 1-point lead, 51-50. As Embiid takes the inbound from Horton back to Harden. Harden going to dribble with the ball. Get it to Danny Green. Over to Tobias Harris. Harris finds Embiid. Embiid's going to throw it down for two. Right under the basket. That's what we like. We like those shots. We like those all day, every day. Those are the shots we like. 52-51. Doncic now. Using a Dwight Powell screen on Horton. Doncic. Still looking. Doncic. Dribbling against Embiid. The two All-Stars. But here's Doncic with the step-back three. That is no good. But rebounded by Josh Green. That's up in the air. Harden has it. Horton dribbles with the ball. Finds Tobias over to Maxey. Maxey for three. Bang! Tyrese Maxey with the knockdown three to give the Sixers a 4-point lead. And once again, I'm getting interrupted, which is why I might need to retire. Luka Doncic to Josh Green, back to Luka Doncic. Doncic going in. Gets it out to Brunson over to Josh Green. Green going up. That's good for Josh Green with a minute to go. The Sixers are up by 2. Horton to Danny Green, back to Horton, over to Tobias Harris. Harris getting double team. Found an open lane. No good, but... And oh my goodness, you should review that immediately, Doc Rivers. You should be reviewing this right now. Tobias Harris is looking up at the Jumbotron, and he doesn't like the call whatsoever. At this point in every live stream, I should be like, hey guys, welcome to the part in the live stream where I get interrupted. This is called getting interrupted on a live stream with BLSG. It won't be a fun segment, but you know what? It has to be a segment. Tobias Harris keeps on looking up at the Jumbotron, and Doc Rivers, thank God, is going to challenge it. Dude, he has his hands up, bro. At least Dwight Powell's okay. Come on, man. What's the call here? And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of the officials taking forever to review a single play. So, wow, it looks like they keep it an offensive foul on Tobias Harris. You got to be kidding me. I have the volume turned down so I can barely hear what they're saying. But I think I heard that it stays an offensive foul on Tobias Harris. Divers is talking to Tobias Harris, I don't know, man. You're telling me. As the Mavs inbound it now. Brunson to Doncic. Doncic using another Dwight Powell screen on Horton. Doncic backs into Danny Green, goes up for 2. That's no good. Rebounded by Tyrese Maxey for the Sixers. Gets it to Horton. Horton just dribbles with the ball. Is just going to take his time against Jalen Brunson. Horton still taking his time. Harden drives up now, gets it to Embiid. Embiid now dribbling the ball. Embiid taking the 3. Bang! Joel Embiid with the 3-pointer to bring the Sixers back up 5. Cleveland now inbounds it to Doncic. Doncic gets double teamed by Maxey and Harden for the moment. Doncic now goes to Dwight Powell. Powell out to Brunson. Brunson for 3. I don't think he got it off. I think he held on for too long. They'll probably look back at it. But I don't think it will count. And it will not count. Brunson held on to the ball for too long, which is going to take us to the half. 58-53 Sixers for the moment as we go to halftime. And let this update here. For the people that are in the chat, which is the 1, give me your immediate thoughts in the chat on how you feel about this first half right now. Give me immediate thoughts.
Joel Embiid is just something special. As it's officially updated, and since we're at the half, we'll read off the stats really fast. Jalen Brunson leading the way for the Dallas Mavericks with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Followed up by Luka Doncic with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. The third best scorer is Dwight Powell with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Then you have Josh Green, with 4 points and 3 rebounds. And then 3 points each for Finney Smith and Kleba, as well as number 21. Again, I'm not pronouncing his name because I don't even care how to pronounce his name. Finney Smith adding 4 rebounds to his 3 points. Kleba adding a rebound to his 3 points. And number 21 with no rebounds and no assists to his 3 points. And Marquise Chris with 2 points and an assist to add on to that. And then Spencer Dinwiddie with 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Everybody else has a fat goose egg. Yep. And then we head over to your Philadelphia 76ers side, where you have Joel Embiid leading the way with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. James Harden with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Tobias Harris with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tyrese Maxey with 8 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. 4 points from Matisse Thybulle, but this man is in foul trouble big time, because I think he has like 3 fouls. He better have not gotten number 4. But anyway, he has 4 points, a rebound, and no assists. Danny Green with 3 points, a rebound, and no assists. And DeAndre Jordan with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and no assists. So we're getting some bench production, just not a lot of it, as you would think. But we're not really the best team when it comes to bench scoring. But hey, the Mavs aren't either. I'm going to be completely honest. See, how many points do the Mavs have off the bench? They have 7, 9. The Mavs have 12 bench points, and the Sixers have what looks like 5 bench points. So then we go over to the team stats here. Mavs are shooting the ball 49% from the field. Sixers are shooting the ball 53%. When it comes to the three-point shooting, Mavs are shooting the ball 32% to the Sixers 38%. Free throw shooting. Mavs are shooting the ball 64% from the line. Sixers are shooting the ball 93% from the line. We are out-rebounding the Mavs. They are out-rebounding us offensively. In total rebounds, we're out-rebounding them 20-18. They're out-rebounding us offensively 5-2. We're out-assisting them 11-10. They have more blocks than us 2-1. We have more steals than them 5-4. We're winning. We're actually losing the turnover battle 7-6. We have more points in the paint 24-18, and 24 personal fouls were called combined, 12 for each side. So those are halftime stats right there, as we will go ahead and take the halftime break like we always do every time. So, guys, you pretty much know the drill, but if you're new here, go grab a snack, grab a drink, do whatever you guys need to do, go to the bathroom. And, yeah, man, we're going to take the halftime break and see y'all back here for the second half. And let's go win this whole game. And let's go Sixers. Let's go win this one.
Yo, what is good, everybody? We are back from the half here. Second half about to begin. Hopefully in a couple minutes here. As the Sixers are up 5, 58-53 over the Dallas Mavericks. Sixers are staying in it. Joel Embiid leading the way like always. And Jack right here makes a good point, guys. He makes a pretty good point. There were at least 3 questionable calls that went against the 76ers. The Mavs looked very tired midway through the second quarter. My prediction is that the 76ers will win the game by double digits. Yeah, that's facts. That's what I keep on saying myself. I keep saying the exact same thing. The refs, when it comes to when they officiate the game, when they go and call the fouls on whichever team they called on, some of them are a little suspicious. And this is exactly what I'm saying right there. That is exactly what I'm saying. There were like 3 questionable calls in that first half. That is exactly what I'm saying. It's so annoying when the refs just have to do that. Then when they just have to like make people go crazy. And guys, we're not 5 subscribers away from 300. We're 4 subscribers away from 300. So if you guys have not done so, and if you're the one person still in the stream, and if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button and please hit the like button on the stream too. Because that would be greatly appreciated because I'm trying to hit that 300 subs. I'm trying to hit it. So let's get there. Come on. All right, y'all. Let's go out and win the second half, man. Let's go win this game. Let's go win this game. Let's go. Let's go win this game, man. So the same thing we did in the first half. Have Joel Embiid pretty much lead us the whole way. Have everybody else come behind him. And Embiid has 21 points for us. And I believe Jalen Brunson's the leading scorer for the Mavs, like I said before. And the answer is yes. But again, man, let's just go out there, do our thing. Let's grab home this W. And also, let's change this bad boy to 8-0. Let's get this guy to 8-0. Come on. Come on, let's change this guy to 8-0. Come on. Let's change this guy to 8-0 by the end of the stream. As the second half is about to begin, everybody. Hopefully the Sixers will make a few adjustments here because I think there were a few struggles from the first half that the Sixers will need to fix. And B has just missed 2 shots. 21 points for B. He's 7 for 9 from the field. And those 2 came outside from 3-point range. From mid-range, Joel Embiid has been perfect. The 2 shots he missed were from outside. As the second half gets underway, as the Mavs have the ball, Dwight Powell getting it over to Luka Doncic, back to Dwight Powell. But
A foul will be called, and I think this is going to be on Joel Embiid. As Brunson will inbound it, and we'll get it to Finney-Smith out to Doncic. Doncic against Maxey, the much shorter Tyrese Maxey. Doncic dropping it off to Powell, who takes the jumper. That is no good. Rebounded by James Harden. Harden with the ball now. Looking. Finds Embiid. Embiid setting up. Wanted the three, didn't take it. Tobias Harris now with the ball. Against Dinwiddie. Finds Maxey over to Embiid. Embiid going for three. Bang! Joel Embiid's on fire! Joel Embiid knows how to play in the NBA. Watch out, NBA. Joel Embiid's coming. Here's Brunson with the ball from Doncic against Maxey. Brunson comes around his Dwight Powell screen. Gets it to Doncic. Doncic drops it off to Powell, who gets it stolen from Tobias. Tobias now with the ball. Tobias driving up on Powell and gets it to go with the banking for the layup. And Tobias Harris gives us a 10-point lead, and that's going to be a timeout for the Dallas Mavericks. They were not expecting the Sixers to come out this hot to start the second half. First with the Joel Embiid three, and then a Tobias Harris layup right past Spencer Dinwiddie to give the Sixers a 10-point lead, 63-53, and the Mavs immediately call timeout. They were not expecting the Sixers to come out like that to start a half. They were not expecting the Sixers to come out like that to start a half. They were not. I will tell you that much. Tobias, man. Despite the fact Tobias only has 9 points, the question is, has Tobias Harris found his comfort zone in the James Harden era? Actually, it'd be 11 points for Tobias Harris. Once again, the computer I'm using is so slow that, of course, it's running behind, and now it should update. It should give Tobias Harris 11, unless if he had 9 at halftime. Unless if he had 7 at halftime, rather, I should say. He might have had 7 at halftime. I literally forget already what he had. But anyway, even though Tobias Harris has 9 points right now, has Tobias Harris really started to find his comfort zone? Me personally, I think he may have. He may have started to find his comfort zone in the James Harden era. He may have started to find his comfort zone in the James Harden era. And if so, I'm loving it. I am loving what I'm seeing out of Tobias Harris. And yes, he actually had 9 points at half. Of course, it takes so slow for it to update. So Tobias Harris does have 11 points and has the same amount as James Harden. So the Sixers have 3 guys in double digits now, and that's Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris goes right by Spencer Dinwiddie to get the layup for his 11 points on the night so far. And so here we go. The Mavs inbound. Luka Doncic gets it to Dwight Powell. Back down to Doncic. Sixers are on a 27-10 run as Luka gets it up to Dwight Powell as he throws it down for 2. As Embiid will inbound it into, I believe that's Maxey. Yes, it is. Maxey now with the ball. Maxey over to Harden. Harden finds Thibault down to Maxey. Maxey for 3. Oh, that's just off. Back to Maxey for 3 again. That is off again. Rebounded by the Mavs. Maxey, you got to make sure it's not too far. Here's Luka out to Brunson. Brunson dangling around everybody. Embiid's on the floor. Brunson out to Finney-Smith over to, I believe that's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Tobias Harris. Gets it to Powell. over to Brunson. Brunson driving up, and that is good for Jalen Brunson. As Embiid, I believe, inbounded it to James Harden. Harden now with the ball. Harden. Getting it into Maxey. Maxey now. Getting past Jalen Brunson. Finds Harden. Harden with the step back three. That is no good. And the Mavs are able to get the rebound and not step out of bounds. And here's Luka driving in against Thibault. Luka tossing it down to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith gets that rejected by Embiid as he tried to get that to Dwight Powell. Gives it to James Harden. Harden out to Maxey, who goes for a three again. That is no good again. Maxey, stop taking those threes. Under the basket, Maxey. It's not every day where you're going to get a three. Come on. You're better than that. Here's Brunson down to Powell. Powell back to Brunson. Brunson for two. That is no good, but he is fouled once again by Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris is back again talking and crying at the ref. He's back crying again. He's like, oh, forget it. I don't want to get teed up. Tobias is like, oh, forget it. I don't want to get teed up. That's the last thing I want to do. As Tobias Harris will now sit on the bench, George Niang will come in to replace him. And they will throw it in on the inbound to Luka Doncic. Doncic gets it to Kleber. Back to Doncic. Doncic going up against Thibault. Kleber for three. That is good for Maxey Kleber. Max Daniels, let's go, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through. Love your stream. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate the compliment. Be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. And Harden down to Thibault for three. That is good for Matisse Thibault. So how come Thibault could make that corner three, but Maxey couldn't on a couple of those shots? I want to know that part, though. But here's Luka. Over to Brunson against Maxey. Brunson chugging it down to Doncic. Doncic getting it in. There's Dwight Powell for two, and that is good. Harden will go with the ball. Here's Harden. Harden still dribbling with it against Brunson. And here he passes it into Thibault. Thibault gets it out to Embiid. Embiid lost the ball for the moment. Embiid out to Harden. Harden with the long three. That's no good. Embiid gets all tangled up. No fouls are called. Here's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. Over to Powell, back to Dinwiddie. Over to Bertans. Over to Kleber. Over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. Still looking. Finds Doncic. Doncic is going up against George Niang. Doncic tosses it over to Kleber, who goes for three. That is no good. Dinwiddie tried to get the rebound, but didn't. And tried to get the basket as well, and did not do that either. Here's Harden now against Brunson. Harden tosses it down. And B goes up. And I thought he was going to get it, but he will shoot two free throws. I don't know what this means, guys, but my pronouns are actually they/them. I really don't know what that means. I've heard people say that a lot, but I still don't know what that means. But again, Max Daniels, if you have not done so, please hit the like button on the stream, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Embiid will make the first one. As Finney-Smith is going to check back into the game for Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell will take a seat on his third foul. Under 7 minutes to go. Sixers have a 5-point lead. And make that a 6-point lead as Joel Embiid helps out his team. That's what I like to see. I have a very tough athlete in Joel Embiid. Here's Luka over to Kleber. Kleber back to Luka Doncic. Doncic. And that is going to be an offensive foul on the Dallas Mavericks, is looking like it is on Luka, and is going to head the other way for the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, I think Doncic made contact with George Niang, and that's why the refs called it. But here's Harden now. Harden taking the ball. Going up. That's no good, but he's going to get fouled. And 2 more free throws will come at the line. And if Harden makes 1 free throw, the Sixers will have 69 for Michkovsky, man. If Sixers make 1 free throw, Sixers will have 69 in honor of Michkovsky, which 69 is Mitch's favorite number. If you don't know who Michkovsky is, just search up his name just like I said it, and be sure to subscribe to him as well, because he's another very good content creator himself. Harden will make the first one. And Mitch, if you're eventually going to be in here, the Sixers have 69. I know how Mitch is obsessed with 69. And Harden will make the second. 2 for 2 at the line for James Harden. Yes, sir. Here's Doncic over to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Doncic now. Still looking. Doncic spinning. Gets it to Finney-Smith, who was wide open. Someone miscommunicated right there. I think that was supposed to be Harden's man. And he didn't get back over towards Finney-Smith. Harden against Finney-Smith now. And here's Harden now with the ball. Harden with the step back on Kleba. That is no good. Rebounded by Luka Doncic. Doncic with the ball. Doncic tossing it out to Finney-Smith over to Brunson. Brunson blocked by Thibault. Niang is able to get it back over to Embiid, over to Maxey. Maxey over to Niang. Over to Embiid. That is no good. That should have been a much better play if that shot was put in right there by Joel Embiid. But here's Dinwiddie over to Finney-Smith, back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against Niang. Goes up, misses it. Dinwiddie gets the rebound. Dinwiddie makes it. And here's Harden. Back to Embiid, over to Maxey. Maxey finds Niang. Niang over to Harden. Harden for 3. That's no good. Harden, for the love of God, please get under the basket. And Dinwiddie almost made that, but he's going to get fouled. Yo, what's good to every letter on the keyboard, which is what I'm going to call you because I'm not going to pronounce that. But anyway, appreciate you for coming into the chat. And hit the like button on the live stream and hit that subscribe button if you're new to every letter on the keyboard. It's what I'm going to call you, man. Dinwiddie will make the first one, so no Wendy's yet for all the Sixers fans. No Wendy's yet. Danny Green going to check into the game for James Harden. As Harden's missing a lot of those threes, man, it needs to be better. That's why Harden, you have to get under the basket. You need to get under the basket. Here's Maxey with the ball. Maxey just dribbling the ball up. No field goals for the Sixers in about 3.5 minutes. Maxey gets the thigh ball out to Embiid. Embiid now with the ball. Embiid loses the ball. Gets it back. Embiid with the mid-range jumper. That's no good. Too far on the back, on the rim. Here's Luka Doncic. Doncic against Thibault. Coming around. Here's Kleba. Kleba over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. Still looking. Dinwiddie against Maxey. Dinwiddie goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by Joel Embiid as he's wrestling for it against Dinwiddie. But Embiid's able to get it. Embiid driving in. And that is going to be out of bounds on Joel Embiid. Maxey Kleba with that tough defense. And Brunson was also crying at the ref too. And they agreed that it goes to the Sixers. And here they go as they officially inbound it once again. Is Jason Kidd the Mavs head coach? I forget who it is. I think it's Jason Kidd. Anyway, here's Doncic over to Brunson, back to Doncic. Doncic against Thibault. Thibault. Well, Doncic comes around. Thibault goes up, misses it. Doncic able to get it back, though. Doncic getting double-teamed. Out to his man. Going up with that is number 8. That's Josh Green, and he misses it. Rebounded by the Sixers. Sixers have yet to score in 4.5 minutes. Here's Maxey. Out to Embiid. Embiid now. Dangling. Finds Niang. Niang for 3. That is good for George Niang as he finally breaks the field goal drought to give the Sixers a 5-point lead. And they go up and they get it to go for the Mavs. I believe that was, in fact, Jalen Brunson. Here's Embiid over to Niang for 3. That is good for George Niang. Way to bounce back, George. They chuck it down now, though. Putting it up. They get to Doncic. Doncic driving in. Doncic putting it out for his man, Josh Green. That is good for Josh Green. Here's Embiid with the mid-range. That is no good. Rebounded by Josh Green, who gets it to Doncic. And Embiid able to steal it. It was picked off. Embiid bring it the other way. Embiid going up. And Thibault miscommunicates with Embiid as he just ducked for it. Niang shooting that ball 40% from 3. Let's go. Let's go. Hang on, y'all. I'll be right back. Just want to read something real quick here. All right, y'all. I'm back. Man, Alex Singleton is leaving the Eagles, and he's signed with the Denver Broncos. I forgot about that Alex Singleton thing. I forgot about that thing about Alex Singleton. As the Sixers have a 76-73 lead. Here's Luka Doncic. Doncic with the ball still. Gets that ball to Maxi Kleber. Kleber almost intercepted by Thibault, but gets it back to Doncic. Doncic with the step back 2. That is no good. Rebounded by DeAndre Jordan, who gets that to James Harden with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Harden finds Niang back to Harden. Harden getting around Josh Green. Harden double team. Niang for 3. Bang! George Niang with another 3 as he is now 3 for 6. And Doncic over to Bertans back to Doncic. Doncic goes up. That is no good. Rebounded by DeAndre Jordan, who gets it to Harden. Harden. As Thibault goes for 3 now. That is good for Matisse Thibault. So now the Sixers are starting to knock down their threes. And this is huge for the Sixers. And this may be huge for them going into the fourth quarter. Doncic. Doncic still with the ball as they go around the world getting into Finney-Smith. And there's going to be an offensive foul called on the Dallas Mavericks. Finney-Smith is frustrated. I think he stepped out of bounds is what I think happened. Yes, he did. Right foot stepped out of bounds. Sixers ball, that's going the other way. Yes, sir! 2 turnovers for the Sixers in this quarter. 5 for the Mavericks. Here's Harden, who drives in under the basket and gets it to DeAndre Jordan to go for 2. DeAndre Jordan with the assist by James Harden as the alley-oop does happen on that play. As they go up, Doncic now with the ball. Doncic still looking against Danny Green. Doncic still looking for options. Doncic still looking for options. Doncic has the ball for eternity and beyond. Gets it to Finney-Smith for 3. That is good for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's James Harden now with the ball. Trying to use George Niang as a bit of a screen. But anyway, here's Harden with the ball. Going to try to get one more shot off before the Mavs have a chance for one. Harden putting moves on Bertans. Harden gets blocked at the rim. And it's loose again. Niang with the ball. Trying to get it out. Green. Go long. Oh! I thought Danny Green was about to launch it up and get that. But a little too hard on the rim for Danny Green. But Sixers have a huge lead going into the fourth quarter. They have an 8-point lead over the Mavs, 84-76. And if you're the Sixers, you have to feel confident right now in trying to get the W in this one. You should be feeling very confident. Good third quarter by the Sixers. We need this every game. And B with 26 points, man. Yes, sir. All right, that's the end of quarter number 3. Good quarter by the Sixers right there. Going into the fourth quarter, Sixers are up by 8. Good 3 quarters so far for the Sixers. And this is good, man. We're knocking down these shots. How many bench points do we have? We have 3 from Danny, 9 from Niang, and 4 by DeAndre Jordan. So we have 16 points off the bench. The Mavs have 18 points off the bench. So it's actually pretty close between both benches. Excuse me. It's actually close between both benches. 4 bench points right now. It's actually really close. Mavs have 18. We have 16, I believe. The Mavs have 18, and the Sixers have 16. I was right. So it's actually really close in terms of bench points right now for both of these teams. But the Stars are just doing it all here in Philadelphia for the Sixers. But let's go, man. Let's finish this one in the fourth. Take this W and change this guy to 8-0. Let's go. Embiid with 26 points, Harden with 13, Tobias with 11, Thibault with 10, Maxey with 8. I want Maxey to at least make double digits here. I want him to make it count. Let's go. Finish up in the fourth. Come on. Harden now with the ball to begin the fourth quarter against Spencer Dinwiddie. Harden finds Niang. Niang spinning around. Finney-Smith finds Harden, who drives under the basket, finds DeAndre Jordan, who gets it to go. DeAndre Jordan throwing it down from James Harden once again. And they had that designed perfectly with 11.5 minutes to go. Here's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie goes for 3. That is no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. Here's James Harden. Harden with the ball. Putting moves on everybody. Harden with the step-back mid-range jumper. That is good for James Harden as he gets that in for 2. Sixers take a 12-point lead with 11 minutes to go. There's Brunson here against Danny Green. Brunson driving past Shake Milton, and that is blocked by DeAndre Jordan. Good game by DeAndre Jordan, man. But here's Harden now to Niang. Back to James Harden. Harden with the ball against Finney-Smith. They stand for a moment. They direct traffic. Harden uses Danny Green for a screen. Harden with the step-back 3. You bet! You bet that's going in all day long as James Harden with the clutch 3. Come on. James Harden's starting to adjust, man. 18 points for Harden tonight. I like what Harden's doing right now. But anyway, here's Brunson against Milton. Brunson goes up, misses it. I feel like that should have been a push off by Jalen Brunson. But what did it look like? But these are some key plays, dude. Give one of the big fellas the ball. Harden with a clutch step back. Beautiful. Beautiful for Harden. I feel like that should have been a push-off by Jalen Brunson, but apparently they called that against the Sixers. I can't tell who it was on, but I don't think it was on Harden. As Brunson is going to knock down free throw number 1 at the line. 21 comes right back in. Again, I'm not pronouncing that guy's name because I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. And Brunson will make both free throws at the line here. Sixers still are maintaining a 13-point lead. Here's Harden with the ball against Dorian Finney-Smith. 21 points right now for Brunson, so I have to give him his props. Here's Harden, though. Harden still looking. Harden drives, goes up, and almost makes it, but will go to the free throw line for 2 more as the foul is caused by Dwight Powell with just under 10 minutes to go in the game. Dinwiddie with personal foul number 1. And Dinwiddie's still complaining at the ref. He's still crying. He's still crying. Imagine crying at the ref. Imagine. Imagine being on the Dallas Mavericks and crying at the ref. Especially for Spencer Dinwiddie. As Harden will make both free throws at the line. And that is clutch. Let's go. Under 10 minutes to play. Here's Dinwiddie against Shake Milton, who gets it over to 21, back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie out to 21 for 3. That is no good for 21. Dinwiddie cannot get the rebound, and it is going to be Sixers basketball And Dinwiddie's already screaming at the ref once again. Dinwiddie's still screaming. Still crying at the ref. Imagine crying at the ref if you're a Dallas Maverick. Imagine. And here we go. Here's Horton with the ball. Quality rest time is being given to guys like Joel Embiid. Horton with another step back. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Horton showing why he wanted to come to the city of Philadelphia. He's showing you why he wanted to come here. Dinwiddie back to Brunson. Brunson against Danny Green. Brunson playing all kinds of moves on Danny Green. Brunson out to 21 over to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie goes up. Gets it to go. And Niang inbounds it to Horton with about 9 minutes to play. 96-80 in favor of the Sixers. Horton now gets it to Niang. Niang for three. Bang! George Niang with another three. Yes, sir. And everybody's all fired up if you're a Sixers fan in the stands. Here's Dinwiddie driving in. Dinwiddie getting it over to his man, Finney Smith. Finney Smith out to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie still looking. Dinwiddie goes up and will be fouled by Danny Green. But, dude, James Harden is seriously just clutch. This is why James Harden wanted to come to the city of Philadelphia. He wanted to play with all of these players, but mainly the big fella Joel Embiid. But still, at the end of the day, the Sixers are doing whatever they can to win this game, as Dinwiddie will miss the first one. Will Spencer Dinwiddie, of all people, give the Sixers fans the frosty freeze out? Everybody's up on their feet, waving all their Wendy's, and Spencer Dinwiddie said, you're not getting the Wendy's from me, buddy. You're not getting the Wendy's from me. I'll pass. Here's Harden now with the ball. Harden against Dinwiddie. Harden drives in. Harden goes up. And once again, it almost worked. DeAndre Jordan still fights and puts it in. DeAndre Jordan under the basket is something we like to see from a second-string center. That is something we like to see. Here's Dinwiddie now giving it to Brunson. Brunson just holding on to the ball. Brunson just dribbling with it now against Danny Green. Brunson with the step-back three. That is good for Jalen Brunson. With under 8 minutes to play. Here's James Harden now against Finney Smith, using Niang as a screen. Here's Harden. Harden just driving in. Harden is going to go up and get fouled once again. Everybody's crying at the ref. What else is new when you're playing Sixers basketball? What else is new? Another one on Spencer Dinwiddie, as he cries at the ref once again. As Dinwiddie's already crying. Dinwiddie crying at the ref like always. Such a crybaby for Spencer Dinwiddie. That's the one thing I hate about Spencer Dinwiddie. The fact that he's a little crybaby is something that you don't want to see out of any player. Everybody crying at the ref. I mean, like, what else is new here in Philly? What else is new? It looks like Harden's probably going to stay in unless the doctor just wants to call a timeout and wants to make a lineup change. As Harden will miss the second one. And here's Brunson. That is just the second missed free throw tonight for the Sixers. And here's Finney Smith in the corner for three. That is good for Dorian Finney-Smith. Sixers are still up 15, however. But here's James Harden with the ball, dribbling it up the court. Here's Harden still dribbling with it against Dinwiddie. Chucks it down to Niang. Niang spinning on Finney-Smith. Niang goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by Finney-Smith, but he's going to be fouled by Danny Green. But I'm telling you, dude, the Sixers are crushing it right now. They have a 15-point lead still. They're cruising their way to the finish line, and it looks like it's actually going to be a jump ball between Danny Green and Dorian Finney-Smith. Win that tip, Danny Green. Let's go. Win that tip, Danny Green. You just have to get it over to your side. Hopefully one of your guys will pick it up. Win that tip, Danny Green. Come on. It looks like Tobias Harris is going to come back in to help, and Shake Milton will go out. So they make a last-second change. They're going to tip it up. Today, ref, not tomorrow. And Danny Green is going to win the tip. And here's Horton. Over to Green for three. Oh. And DeAndre Jordan cannot get the rebound, but he doesn't want to receive a foul. But here's Brunson now against Tobias Harris. Green trying to strip it away, but Brunson able to pick it right back up. Get it to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. Looking on DeAndre Jordan. Dinwiddie goes up. That is good. And one for Spencer Dinwiddie. And DeAndre Jordan, you hear him talking to the ref now. He's still talking to the ref. As they still have their own little chat. And a timeout has been called, I think, by maybe Doc Rivers. I don't know. Every letter on the keyboard, I'm just doing it by myself tonight. This is a play-by-play, and I'm not going to probably be doing a post-game live here, but I will have a YouTube short post-game, assuming we win, which, for the love of God, we better. But I will have a YouTube short post-game for this game, assuming we win, and I might have another YouTube short coming out on top of that. With maybe 2 pieces of Eagles breaking news. Every letter on the keyboard, man. Every letter on the keyboard, I'm just going to say this probably for the last time. I get this question asked a lot, to be completely honest, on what it stands for. It's just a shorter version of my real name. I want to keep my real name private. I don't want to give it out. I don't want to give it out on YouTube or anything like that. I want to keep that private. It's just like a double initial for my first and last name. Let's go, man. Let's finish this job. Let's finish the job here and go out with the W. And prepare for Sunday where I believe we will face the Toronto Raptors. 5 steals is a career high and ties his career high for Joel Embiid to add to his 26 points tonight. Horton with 24 points and 10 assists, so he's having a great game. And then Niang picking it up with 12 points off the bench. And then T-Stable with 10 points in the game. So, really good game by everybody, to be completely honest. But Dinwiddie will go to the line for 2. Or will take the other one. And he'll make that one. .6:45 to go here. They put 3 starters in, which is Harden, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. They have Danny Green and Embiid and Niang as the bench pieces. Harris for 3, and that is good for Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris, man, having a flawless game. He's having a really good game right now. Sixers shooting that ball 46% from 3. Doncic against Horton and gets it to Dwight Powell. Powell over to Brunson. And that is going to be a foul, I think. Looks like against Danny Green here. And I'm not going to lie, man. DeAndre Jordan's having a really good game. What does DeAndre Jordan have for us right now? Finney Smith will go to the bench. DeAndre Jordan with 8 points and 7 rebounds. That is a great game by DeAndre Jordan. Tobias Harris with 11 points right now. As they inbound it now, get it over to Doncic. Doncic goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by the Sixers. As Tobias Harris will take that ball. Get it to Joel Embiid. Over to Horton. Horton now with the ball with all kinds of time. Harden still looking for years. Finds Embiid. Embiid from the free throw line. That is good for Joel Embiid. Embiid, I don't care what y'all say. Joel Embiid is the MVP of the NBA. Talk back at me all you want. Call me crazy. Embiid's the MVP. I don't care. He's not even taking that many shot attempts. He's taking 14 shot attempts, dude. And here's Luka driving in. Goes up. That's good. But still, the Sixers have a 15-point lead. Get out here with this W, man. Let's go. Green. Backing into Dinwiddie. Green. Driving in. Green. Oh, wait, no, that's Tobias Harris. I'm sorry. And looks like Tobias Harris is going to get called for the offensive foul. I thought that was Danny Green coming in right there on Spencer Dinwiddie, but when they turned around, I saw that it was, in fact, Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris will take the offensive foul. And that's 5 personals on Tobias Harris, so he might be done. He might sit. Tobias Harris might sit unless they desperately need him. Oh, what are we reviewing now, dude? What are we reviewing? See, this was a flagrant? Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, the lip of Dinwiddie's bleeding. I think this might be a flagrant. This could be a flagrant because there is blood. Head first into Dinwiddie's mouth. The bottom lip of Dinwiddie's mouth is bleeding. Five personals on Tobias Harris, though. Ice is like, come on, man. Looks like it's probably just a common foul. Anyway, here we go. Doncic over to Dinwiddie, back to Doncic. Doncic going up and throwing that down is Dwight Powell. Once again, they've been trying to get that play to work, and they did on that one. Here's James Harden coming down the other end. Mavs are on a 10-5 run in the last 3 minutes almost. Harden gets it to Embiid. Embiid from mid-range again, and you cannot stop Joel Embiid one-on-one. NBA, do you know that? You can't stop Joel Embiid one-on-one. Embiid's too good. He's knowing that too well. Anyway, here's Luka Doncic. Doncic against Danny Green. Doncic wrapping around. Doncic going for 3. That is no good for Luka Doncic. Rebounded by Dwight Powell. Out to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie against George Niang. Out to Doncic. Doncic going for 3 again. That is no good again. And they're going to say Sixers basketball. They're going to say Sixers basketball on that note. Tobias Harris will head to the bench with 5 personal fouls. But I think this is just for him the rest of this game. Here's Harden. Harden with the ball, still looking. Harden coming around and beat screen. Harden putting moves on Dwight Powell. Harden gets it to Embiid. Embiid still looking. Embiid for 3. No good. Rebounded by Spencer Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie goes up, misses it. I think Embiid got a piece of it. Here's Harden. Horton with the ball now, putting moves on Finney-Smith. Horton dropping it off to Embiid. Embiid from mid-range, and it's no good. It literally rolled all over the rim. For the most part, you can't stop Joel Embiid one-on-one. You just can't. Doncic goes up and pretty much gets it to go, and one for Luka Doncic. Hang on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Just had to sneeze a few of these out. Yeah, Embiid ended up getting a piece of Dinwiddie's missed layup. And Doncic is going to miss the free throw, but the Mavs are able to get the board with Davis Bertans, I believe. Down him, I don't know who. Anyway, or it could have been Kleba. Anyway, here's Doncic with the ball. Danny Green locking him up on defense. Doncic has to shoot it and misses it. And Embiid gets the ball back. Embiid's just going to spin, get it back over to Harden. They're just going to walk it. Eventually, they'll have to go up and shoot it. Harden is using Niang as a screen on Kleba and Finney-Smith. And here's Harden getting it over to Maxey, over to Embiid. Embiid going up for two. The mid-range jumper is no good. He released a little too late for Danny Green to get it up and in, possibly. Because Danny Green was right under the basket. Didn't happen. So it looks like the Sixers are probably going to make another lineup change, probably put in the cleanup crew here. And we'll wrap it up. And they'll probably wrap it up with the W. I'll be back, guys. I know the game is back on. Here we go. At this point, they pretty much have brought on the bench, the cleanup crew for the Mavs. There's the game up to going in, as that is Davis Bertans here. Making this a 10-point game. Harden out to Tobias Harris. Back to Harden. Harden chucking it down to Maxey. Maxey cannot handle that. That was a little bit too far from Harden. But that's going to be out of bounds on the Sixers. Let's see, they come again. They go up, take the 2-pointer. It's no good. And B's able to get the rebound. And gets that ball to James Harden. And B trying to get past number 32. And B goes up with the finger roll, and that is good for Joel Embiid. B with 32 points tonight. Berton's getting that back. 2, his man, as he goes up for 2, that's no good. Rebounded by James Harden. And here we go, Harden getting that ball. Spinning. Harden still looking. Harden flipping it out to Embiid. Embiid wanted the 3, did not take it. Embiid going for 3 now. That's no good. Rebounded by the Mavs. And as usual, they're going to foul. As the cleanup crew, all the usual guys, Charlie Brown Jr., Furkan Korkmaz, Paul Reed, Isaiah Joe, will come in and finish this one up for the Sixers. Everybody else is going to take themselves to the bench. And this game's pretty much over. And the first one is good for Sterling Brown, which is number 0. So everybody else will go out. Danny Green, Tyrese Maxey, they'll go out. And the second one is in for Sterling Brown, which I believe is number 0, and yes, it is. Here's Shake Milton. Milton with the ball. Milton going against 21. Milton still looking. Finds Charlie Brown Jr. Charlie Brown Jr. now. Gets that ball back. Out to Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe. Step back on Bertans for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by the Mavs. They're able to get the ball. Bertans for 3. No good. Rebounded by Sterling Brown. Brown gets it up. And 32 tries to throw it down. Is not able to do so. Sixers are going to get the ball. Shot clock is unplugged. And Sixers fans, you got yourselves a win here in the city of Philadelphia. Everybody clap your hands. Let's go. Everybody clap your hands, everybody. Come on. Because the Sixers have defeated the Dallas Mavericks in this one, 111-101. And you got yourselves a win here in Philadelphia. Players of the game, obviously, 2 Sixers players. Joel Embiid with 32 points, 11 for 20 from the field, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. And James Harden with 24 points, 6 for 14. And I can actually just see what he had to end off his night. He had 7 rebounds and 13 assists to finish it off. And I think he had a few defensive stats, but I forget what those were. But yeah, man, Sixers come out on top. Come out with the win, 111-101. Yes, sir. And we got to do one more thing before we round it off with all the stat lines. Got to round it off with one more thing. Hold up. Hang on. That's right, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Here's what I have here. 8-0 in the Tyrese Maxey jersey. 8-0 in this bad boy. 8-0
when I wear this Tyrese Maxey jersey, 8-0 in this bad boy. Oops, I want to keep that up there. There we go. All right. So now we will look over the stat lines, shout all the viewers out, and then we will head on out. So, final score in this game, like I said before, was 111-101. Sixers get the W. We'll start on the Mavs side and work our way over towards the Sixers. So on the Mavs side, you have Jalen Brunson as your leading scorer with 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Coming right behind Brunson is Luka Doncic with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists, followed by Dwight Powell with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. For Spencer Dinwiddie, he had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Finney Smith with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Bench was not really that great for the Mavs tonight, but Josh Green was the leading bench scorer with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Maxi Kleber had 6 points and 2 rebounds. Number 21 on Dallas with 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Davis Bertans with 3 points, no rebounds, no assists. Marquise Chris with 2 points, a rebound, but no assists. And Sterling Brown with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and no assists. And that's how the points for the Dallas Mavericks are rounded off. As we head over to your winning team, the Philadelphia 76ers side, you have Joel Embiid, who led the way for the Philadelphia 76ers with 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Then you have James Harden following it up with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 13 assists. Then you have Tobias Harris with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Then you have George Niang with 12 points off the bench, as well as 5 rebounds and an assist. Then you have Matisse Thybulle with 10 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. You have then Tyrese Maxey with 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. DeAndre Jordan with a really good game, actually, with 8 points and 7 rebounds. And then for your final player that scored, which is Danny Green, he had 3 points and a rebound, and that is how we round off the Sixers players that have scored. And now we look over to the team stats here. Man, Sixers fan in the stands want to sign George Niang basketball. Next game is going to be on Sunday at 8:30 against the Toronto Raptors. So that'll be a good one. So anyway, here we go. Team stats here. Dallas Mavericks shot the ball 46% from the field. We shot the ball 49%. Mavs shot the ball 38% from 3. We shot the ball 42% from 3. Mavs shot the ball 71% from the free throw line. The Sixers shot the ball 91% from the free throw line. They out-rebounded us 40-38 and offensively 11-5. We out-assisted them 24-21. We had more blocks than them 4-3. We had more steals than them 9-4. We barely won the turnover battle 12-11. They had more points in the paint than us, 40-36. And then combined were 38 personal fouls called, 21 on the Sixers, and 17 on the Dallas Mavericks. So, yeah, man, the Sixers get the win on that note. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Before we sign it off here, let's just shout everybody out who came into the stream. I know every letter on the keyboard came in. Max Daniels, Jack, I know you came through. Appreciate you. Julian, I know you came through. Asia Roberson, appreciate you for coming through. And that is all who we had in the building tonight. Definitely appreciate all you guys who came through. And yeah, man, that's going to do it for me. Sixers get the W. We go 8-0 in the Tyrese Maxey jersey. Let's make this 9-0 on Sunday against the Toronto Raptors. But yeah, man, Sixers get that W. And this is a great win for us going into Sunday when we face the Toronto Raptors. So yeah, man, Sixers get that W, man. And
And I'll talk to you guys in the next one, man. Whenever that is, be sure to like and subscribe if you have not done so. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. And look for the videos that will be eventually coming out. There will probably be 2 of them at least. But anyway, guys, peace out. So just get that win. And yeah, enjoy this one, guys. Peace.